All right, let's get right into it. Chances are you've been told that all you need to get funding is some revolutionary idea and a ton of passion. Well, what if I told you that's not really what investors are buying?
First up, investors do not invest in just ideas. Think about it. Ideas are a dime a dozen. Seriously, we all have them. What's actually rare and what they're really putting their money on is your ability to turn that idea into a reality.
And now they don't invest in your passion or your hustle by itself. I mean, look, it's super important for sure, but passion alone doesn't pay the bills, right? And it definitely doesn't guarantee growth. And they for sure don't invest in how many hours you work. Pulling all-nighters and burning the midnight oil, that's not a business plan. That's a recipe for burnout. Okay, so if it's not ideas, not passion, not your insane work ethic, then what in the world is it? Well, here's the secret. It all comes down to one word: systems. Yep, they're looking for a business that's a well-oiled machine, one that can grow and make money even when the founder isn't there yanking all the levers 24/7. Every single year, thousands and thousands of founders pitch their hearts out and they get nothing but a big no, or even worse, just silence. And it's not because their idea is terrible, it's because the business itself, the way it's built, is just fundamentally uninvestable.
And this slide? Oh man, this slide nails the difference. See, a good business, that generates income, and that's awesome. We all want that. But an investable business, that's a whole different animal. It's a machine that can scale up and spit out profits without being totally chained to its creator.
All right, let's talk about what I call the founder-dependent trap. This is, without a doubt, the single biggest red flag for any serious investor. It's that classic situation where the founder is the entire business. In this right here, this is the uncomfortable truth. I want you to really read this. If you taking a simple 2-week vacation would cause your entire business to grind to a halt, you haven't really built an asset. What you've built is a super demanding, high-stress job for yourself. So I want you to pause for a second and really think about that. Be brutally honest with yourself. Could your business survive without you for just 2 weeks? I want you to drop a yes or a no in the comments right now. Go on, let's see where everyone's at. No judgment. So let's put a really sharp point on this. What is an investable business? It's a business where that founder dependency is super low, because in an investor's mind, founder dependency equals massive, massive risk. They're not just investing in you, they're investing in the business as a standalone thing. Okay, now for the really good stuff. How do you actually get out of that trap? Well, it all boils down to a framework that investors secretly use to sort the fundable businesses from, well, all the rest. Let's break down these 5 investability pillars. And here they are. I want you to think of these 5 pillars as your roadmap to getting funded. We've got predictable revenue, systems over hustle, a really clear market and problem, what we call true scalability, and of course, reduced risk. If you can nail these 5 things, you are speaking an investor's language. Okay, pillar 1, predictable is better than exciting. An investor would much, much rather see a revenue chart that looks like a steady staircase going up, rather than a wild roller coaster with a few exciting loops. Why? Because predictability shows you have a process. It's not just random luck. And pillar 2, systems over hustle. This quote just says it all. Man, that hits home, right? If you have to manually grind for every single sale every single time, you haven't built a business. You've just built yourself a really tough job. The dream, the goal, is a system that makes money even while you're sleeping. All right, on to pillar 3. You need a crystal clear market and problem. An investor needs to know with zero confusion exactly who pays you and why they pay you. What's that burning problem you're solving for them? If you can't explain that in like 10 seconds, that's a huge red flag for them. Now for pillar 4, true scalability. And this one is a biggie, folks. It's not just about getting bigger. It's about being able to grow your revenue like crazy without your costs growing at the same crazy pace. Think about it. Revenue goes up exponentially. Costs only go up a little bit. That gap, that's where the magic happens. That's where the real profit is. And finally, pillar 5, which is all about reducing risk. Look, every system you build, every contract you get signed, every single process you write down, all of it works together to de-risk your business in the eyes of an investor. And the formula is simple. The less risky you look, the more valuable you become. It's really that straightforward. Okay, so this is where so many brilliant founders just get it wrong. They get obsessed with chasing the next dollar of revenue, which, hey, is important, but they totally forget to build the actual machine, the systems that can sustain and grow that revenue without them. And this is a myth we have got to bust right here, right now. Your passion is the fuel that gets the car started, but it's the cold, hard, logical engineering of the engine, your business machine, that actually attracts the big money. And these are the symptoms of a business that's just not ready for investment. No CRM to manage your leads, no documented processes for your team to follow. You don't have a clear view of your financials, and you, the founder, are the bottleneck for every little decision. This doesn't scream amazing investment opportunity, it screams chaos. So here it is. This is the crucial mindset shift you have to make. Stop celebrating the hustle and start building the machine. Because at the end of the day, that's what investors fund. They don't fund dreams. They don't fund hard work. They fund well-oiled machines that produce predictable, scalable results. Look, I know this is a ton of information to digest, but I don't want to just leave you with theory. I want to give you a real, tangible tool to help you make this shift. Your very next step should be to start thinking like an investor. So here is what I want you to do. Right now, go down to the comments and just type the word investable. That's it. Just comment investable below, and I will personally send you my business investability checklist. This is the exact framework we just walked through. It's literally the same lens investors use to decide if a business is worth their time and, more importantly, their money. And hey, make sure you stick around because in our next explainer, we are going to dive into a really juicy question. How is it possible for a business to be profitable, making money every single month, but still be valued on paper at basically zero? It's a crazy paradox that trips up so many founders. You don't want to miss it. I'll see you then.